Hi there, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. If you're a part of a larger organization, you've probably experienced what's known as the silo effect. And that's where individual departments are almost fighting against each other for resources. And in leadership, you want to break down those silos because that unlocks an enormous amount of performance gains and helps foster teamwork across the organization. The question, though, becomes, how exactly do you do that? Well, I'm going to recommend 3 things, and the first thing to tackle is shared goals. A lot of times those silos, those get created and that friction gets created because people are working on different goals. They're working on goals that actually compete against each other. So can you bring the goals from a department level up higher? Is the goal of the company net profit? Well, that gets everybody concerned about revenue and concerned about cost. That brings everybody aligned. Are you concerned about the customer experience? What's going to be best for the customer? That's another great one where everybody can kind of rally behind that, and that guides the decisions in regards to resources and everything else of the company. But shared goals, goals that don't compete with one another, that's one of the first keys in breaking down those silos. But it's not always possible to do that. And so in those instances where you still have to keep those competing goals for performance reasons, the second thing I recommend is some sort of shadowing. Even if you can have a champion from your department that goes to one person that goes to accounting and one person that goes to sales and one person that goes to the warehouse who can shadow the people and get an understanding. A lot of the reason that silos exist and a lot of reason there's interdepartmental tension is they don't have an understanding of what the other team is dealing with. The grass is always greener on the other side is what the thinking is. So if you can get somebody shadowing there for a day, 2 days, that sort of thing, give a good feel for the organization, they can then be a champion back in your department for that particular area so that when people have problems, they can relay what that other team is dealing with. The third thing kind of gets at the second thing, and the third thing is tapping into past experience. You likely have members of your team that have been in those other areas before. If you're in customer service, you might have had somebody that has accounting background or has a sales background or used to work in the warehouse. So tap into those past experiences. Go through the resumes of the people that are on your team. Ask them what they did in past lives, and then you can, again, use them as those champions. But breaking down silos is something that you want to tackle as much as possible in leadership. Work on shared goals, work on shadowing with the other team, and tap into those past experiences of your current team members, and you'll help break down those silos. Thanks. Have a good one.